Crypto, episode 559. Today is Wednesday, March 11th, and I'm your host, Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10-ish. And we have some great news stories for you today. It's going to be a pretty short day. It looks like even the journalists are staying home because of coronavirus. So make sure you get something, wash your ass, should be all right. But yeah, not too many stories today. So first, top story today, the Cryptocurrency Act of 2020 is dead on arrival. PornHub will integrate PumaPay, recurring subscription crypto payments. Federal Reserve injects $168 billion, greater than the entire Bitcoin market cap. And last but not least, Huobi releases new mobile app for crypto trading. So first, before we get into that, let's take a look at these prices. And as you know, it has been a very bloody day, really a bloody couple weeks. Bitcoin is at 7,792, down 1%. Ethereum at $193 is down 3%. Ripple at 21 cents is down 2%. Bcash down 2% as well, is at $261. Litecoin at $47 is down 3%. And last but not least, EOS at $296 is down 4%. So our biggest loser of the day right there. And if I had to give you all my analysis, usually saving for clients and I'm consulting, just a quick analysis, people. One thing you have to pay attention to, Bitcoin's stock to flow ratio has been pretty accurate so far. We're still on pace for the halving. Also, the Federal Reserve it keeps injecting money into the economy, and that money has to go somewhere. So if you're looking at the market cap of Bitcoin, we'll discuss more later. To me, it seems like we're due for a big bounce in late April. Ahead of the halving, and yeah, just shaking out some weak hands. But don't be one of those people that are looking for quick flips and quick gains. You will probably get burned. But for those of you long term, cheers. We're still all good on pace before the halving. So let's see who we have in today. Sergeant Crypto, what's going on, brother? First before the start, yep. Wired Sparks, what's going on? Let's see, Alec G, good to have you in, brother. Everybody on Facebook as well. Andre Little. Carissa Lee, glad to have you all as well. So let's get into our top story of the day. The Cryptocurrency Act of 2020 is dead on arrival. Washington tells sponsors. Actually had some inside information on this bill. Not anything illegal, but basically I knew this bill was going to be introduced. I talked to Eric Feynman himself, the notable youngest crypto millionaire. Shout out to Eric Feynman. He made his money, at a young age. But I talked to him before he presented it, encouraged him to go out there. However, it was aimed at comprehensive reform of U.S. crypto regulation. And it was presented by Marshall Hayner, who is the CEO of MetalPay, and also Eric Feynman, who became a millionaire before the age of 18 and now runs an investment fund. So they presented this on March 9th, the Cryptocurrency Act of 2020. They wanted to bring legitimacy to crypto in the United States. Unfortunately, the regulatory concerns they were discussing basically gave the U.S. the power that they wanted if it were to go through. Unfortunately, it's difficult to move a bill in a committee. The person who sponsored it is not a member of the committee that he's trying to get it through. And it's damn near impossible to move a bill through a committee if you're not a member. This actual sponsor was Representative Paul Gosar. Very little passage of passing because he's not a part of the committee that does the financial oversight. However, they did get a chance to speak in front of Congress, and they did get a chance to present it. But just in the crypto world, on both sides, it's kind of like on the mainstream U.S. regulatory side, they're probably not going to look at it that much. And then even on the crypto side, nobody wants more KYC. However, you have to understand that something like this would occur. I don't think this bill will get through. But in talking to Eric, I don't think that was the point. The point was to introduce some sort of legislation for their business to be legitimate, just to bring some clarity. However, that is how they make their money. Lack of clarity has people in gray areas, and then they can show up and say, hey, you don't want to get caught, you need to pay us this money, or you need to remember that this is the law. So didn't get too far, but the Cryptocurrency Act of 2020 was presented. And, you got to realize at this point what crypto was made for. But you also have to remember that the bridge to the other side, as far as mainstream adoption, it will not come with a bunch of anarchists and people saying, hey, forget the government, don't do anything. That'll come naturally. I think we're starting to see the breakdown of all of the facade of what America and what capitalism, everything can do. Honestly, every fiat currency and world history has broken down at some point. I think we're starting to see the beginning of it now with the U.S. And honestly, Cryptocurrency Act would take away from how powerful crypto is at a time like this. Nobody has taken away my crypto. Nobody can take it. Nobody can request it. So this act basically was a first attempt at trying to get some sort of regulation clarity. It did okay, but shout out to anybody bold enough to go and speak to them and try and get it going, because you never know, somebody in that actual financial services committee could pick it up. Cryptocurrency Act of 2020 could be something that comes in 2021, 2022. So we're not certain that this bill will pass, but Eric Feynman and Marshall Hayner, thank you for your boldness, and we'll see what happens with it. Me personally, I don't think it'll get through on either side. Nobody wants it, but it is a good first step. So let's take a look at who we have in the comments coming in. Mr. Gibson, sir, what's going on? Sergeant Crypto, getting burned is the price of entry for crypto. Absolutely. We call it tuition. Leroy Forbes, blessings to you as well. Let's take a look. Andre Little, all fiat currency in history has gone to zero. I wish more people understood that in the financial realm. The reason people in Bitcoin don't really refer to it as a money-making machine or asset class or things of that nature is, at the end of the day, it's money. It is a different kind of money. It's hard money that can be validated, and anybody can actually view what the transactions. Fiat currency is just made up numbers on a ledger controlled by an entity who wants to see you fail. And most people just go along with it, even though every single instant, if somebody told you right now, if you go outside, every single person that goes outside dies, 100% chance, you wouldn't do it. But for some reason, people keep jumping off the fiat ledge and saying, I'm gonna trust in the dollar. I'm gonna trust in this government. Why are you trusting in people who don't give a shit about you? That's basically what you're saying. Do I want to use money where math and technology is the decider, or do I want to use the system that has shitted on me for years, especially in my community? I don't know what we are clamoring for. More government control? This is ridiculous. So yeah, the Cryptocurrency Act is just the first step in the right direction, but the regulatory oversight they want will get rid of the US regulations, which at a certain point, I think that will happen. Once everybody's staying at home and people are like, man, forget that, I'm doing what I feel like, that's when you'll start to see the real actual development of cryptocurrency, because then people say, well, this facade we've been living all these years, what do we do now? And crypto will be there, in my opinion, to save the day. Initial shock to the market. Crypto, they go along with it because it's backed by the almighty military. You are correct. What happens when the military doesn't have money is what I always ask people. You don't pay the military, they're going to go to another option. We actually have a lot of military people that we've consulted with crypto for this very reason, for what's happening right now today. So I don't want people to misconstrue it as, the military is going to take over. A lot of them are scared for their families. They're scared because they're not all these Navy SEAL warriors you see on movies. And a lot of them are family men. They want to come back and be with their family, or family women. Even if they don't have kids, they still want to be around their loved ones. And they just want to make it home, or they want to, do the work that they want to do and go to college later or whatever. So trust me, when that becomes an issue, they can't get paid or their payment is delayed, they will move to crypto as well. Some of them already have. You just don't know it, and we won't tell you either. So let's see. What up, Harold George? What's going on, brother? Let's see. Who else we got in here? Shay Camp, glad to have you in. Don Trill, glad to have you here as well. So moving to our second story of the day, a little bit funnier story. PornHub will integrate PumaPay, recurring subscription crypto payments. Oh yeah. So although cryptocurrency payments still account for a tiny portion of revenue for adult entertainment, PornHub is looking to integrate against the expectations that have been running high for years. This is a very lucrative billion-dollar business. It doesn't matter if you engage with PornHub or not. They do have a billion-dollar business, and they will accept crypto via PumaPay, which enables recurring subscriptions for the premium on-demand service, which is just one step closer to what we think cryptocurrency ultimately will be. It'll be the currency of AI, robots, automatic recurring payments, and you won't even have to look to see your payments coming and going. You can verify it later, every transaction. The PornHub VP, Corey Price, says their 100 million daily visitors want choice and security when it comes to payments. With an uptick in crypto adoption, adding PumaPay to the list of cryptocurrencies will allow us to better cater to the millions of crypto holders around the world. Now, for those of you who have a business, what he just basically explained to you is millions of people have crypto. They want to spend it because they don't want to have to go through regular channels for those payments. And then businesses, they need to get to a point where they want crypto because it's cheaper than Visa, MasterCard for the payments, and the volatility is taken away if you accept fiat. Like I keep saying, that system is crumbling so fast. At a certain point, you won't want fiat currency. So at this point, it's just a bridge. It's a means to an end. But the bridge right now is good because people who use PornHub can pay even quicker using PumaPay cryptocurrency tokens, which is available on HIT, BTC, Bittrex, OKX, and Coinbase. So it is a pretty popular coin, or pretty popular token, I should say, for people to use for this. I said about 1% of their transactions are. We've seen that in the industry, small percentage of transactions at the beginning, and then as it picks up, it sort of takes over the market. So the one caveat is non-crypto users, they will have to use know your customer verification and buy cryptocurrency with a credit card before the end of next quarter. So of course, the KYC thing always comes up as soon as there's innovation. It's like, okay, well, we need to know who these people are. I'm sure this is along the lines of security, but hey, man, we're talking about free society, open, buy what you want, pay for what you want. This sort of goes against it. So like I said, I always have these mixed feelings, but I understand how business works. So we'll see how it goes. PornHub still being innovative, and shout out to all of the PornHub fans out there. All right, moving forward. The Federal Reserve, if you didn't notice, injected $168 billion greater, which is greater than the entire market cap of Bitcoin. So if you're one of those people, first of all, I didn't see any of this money. If any of you got any of this money, let me know. But the U.S. Federal Reserve is constantly pumping money into the economy that goes to the people who keep fucking up the economy. I don't understand it. It's like having a child with terrible money management. Keep giving them money and keep throwing it away. Keep giving them money, keep throwing it away, and then you try and decide what is going on with our economy. They added $168 billion into the economy. Separate auctions to in the short-term lending market. So a 2-week offering with $93 billion offered for a $45 billion operation, and overnight the New York Fed's trading desk filled $123 billion in bids. So essentially, they put more cash into play in the economy. A little bit shy of $145 billion is the market cap of Bitcoin, and they have pumped in 168. That is ridiculous. So for those of you saying that there's something wrong with Bitcoin, cryptocurrency is volatile, we shouldn't use it, the Fed is the most volatile asset or entity there is, because anytime there's a problem, they just print more money. Which, if you know anything about printing money, you print more money, prices go up, inflation, and you have less purchasing power, because you keep pumping money into the economy, but you yourself don't have any more money, then you start to see the issues we're talking about. So let's see. We have one question here. Andre Little, Zay, what cryptocurrency exchange do you recommend? If you want to do peer-to-peer, a little bit quicker, maybe get cash, local Bitcoins. If you want to do it through your bank, you will have to do KYC, but it does have a lot of options. Uphold. If you want to do dollar cost averaging, that is FDIC insured, Gemini and Coinbase. If you want to trade within your app, there's a litany of apps that you could use. My preferred is Bitmari because it connects with Uphold, as well as Argent Wallet and Blue Wallet. I like those 3 wallets. So a lot of different ways to buy cryptocurrency. Also BRD Wallet. Sorry, let me throw that in there. BRD, you can buy a bunch of different assets using credit card as well, or using your bank account. So those are the different exchanges that I would suggest. My favorite overall exchange is Uphold. So hedge argument is losing its shine during this test run. Well, that's what we've always said. We said the initial shock to the market will take down everything. The price of everything will drop because the initial shock will be moved to cash positions. Because you have to remember, in trading, cash is a position. The problem is when you need the circulation of an economy, when you need the movement of money, if there is no dollars being printed, if you cannot use fiat currency because it's crumbling, what is there left? And what I've always told people is this is happening perfect timing right before the happening. That's why I said if we see a big bounce from this point and we go past 10, 11, 12, don't be surprised if the scare that you're talking about or the shock that happened has already happened. That 5% drop we saw was way less than S&P, which was 15%, which actually kind of proves it's more of a safe haven than gold. It's lost less value than gold over this last couple of weeks. So I wouldn't make that argument yet. Some people are beating their chest saying, see, I told you Bitcoin was a safe haven asset. Actually, it dropped the least out of all of the major assets. So at this point, I would wait and see. And like I said, the halving coming in May see some some FOMO there. So Tesla Hall, how you doing? Let's see. Good looking honky. After wiping myself up, I invested in more Bitcoin. Good. Keep buying. Let's see. James Doe, new crypto YouTuber. Me? We're on episode 559. We've been around probably longer than your favorite crypto YouTubers. I don't know. Maybe you just found us, but we've been here. We've been here through 2 bear markets. I've been around for 7 years, so definitely not new. Maybe just new to you, but keep watching. James Doe. Let's see. Question: should I erase the PornHub names, throw off hackers from my Bitcoin account? I don't think they'll be. I don't think they'll be accounted, but that is supposedly from Joe Biden. And let's see. Miley Toxic Frog Juice. True this. Before the happening. Thanks for the answer. So yes, for those of you who do not know about the happening, if you're watching, and you're like, I have no clue what you just said. In late May, there will be an event that cuts the supply of Bitcoin in half, making it harder to purchase while the demand increases. For those of you who are in basic economy, when you have a steady supply, a supply schedule with increasing demand, then you have an increase in price. That is why the Bitcoin stock to flow ratio is so effective, because you can basically predict the movement of price correlated with the stock to flow actual numbers. So, you know, at the end of the day, most of the numbers I haven't panicked, probably never will, because crypto itself is something that is quote unquote volatile, but it is what we need to move to in the future. So let's see, any more questions? Let's see, Revzana, what do you know about the implementation? What do you know about the tax implementation on cryptocurrency? Okay, so, and thank you for your purchase, Andre Little, for purchasing the book. Be sending those out when the new shipment comes in. So tax implementation, for those of you who are wondering, capital gains tax is the official statement for those of you who have cashed it out. Crypto to crypto payments are not taxable. And if you use crypto to make purchases, that may be a taxable event depending on what you purchase. Talk to your CPA. They will be able to figure that out for you. For most people who use crypto, they use like one exchange. All you have to do is export the CSV from your exchange to show your transactions. Give it to your CPA, give it to your tax lawyer. They should know what to do. If they don't, you might want to start looking for a new CPA, because at this point in 2020, you should not be a tax professional without some sort of Bitcoin or crypto training, even a small amount. And that's one thing I wrote about in the book as well. In my community, you could take the industry over, because it's not that many. It's only one that I know of that's consistent, Rebecca in DC. We actually have written about her, and we've done an interview with her as well. So her company, Pythagoras. Let me make sure I get that right. Make sure I'm pronouncing that. Tax. So yeah, there are a few that you can look for, but make sure you print off that CSV. You can give it to your tax person. But crypto to crypto, Pythagoras. Sorry, Pythagoras LLC. I'll drop that link in here. For those of you who need a crypto tax lawyer, Rebecca is very good. She's based out of DC, and she can handle that for you. There are a few more. I just don't know them myself. And I will say that a lot of these CPAs are a very important time in the history as well. So yes, for your taxes, definitely do that. Let me drop that in there for you all. And let's see. Miley Toxic Frog Juice. I like to use the Meyer multiple. Yeah, the Mayer multiple, Tracy Mayer, very popular guy. Took some flack recently, but you know, people do whatever when he was promoting I think Wimble coin. But yeah, Tracy Meyer, his multiple is great. So let's see. Gold is up over 3.5% since January. Once people understand the market will use to bounce back, that's what they'll invest. Okay, yeah, definitely. So I agree with you there, brother, because most people don't. They don't understand safe haven assets. They don't know what to do. Most people are putting more money into toilet paper. Honestly, some people really think toilet paper is a better investment right now than gold and guns. Some people like myself all realize that that is what you need. Let's see. And cryptocurrency, but gold would never not be used. So every time they expand the money supply, the potential value will eventually explode from 5,000 to 50,000 in ounces of reality. So yes, definitely heard of that before. If they keep pumping money into the economy, they're going to move it to safe havens, is basically what he's saying. Crypto and gold are there, real estate as well. So last story of the day, Huobi releases new mobile app for crypto trading. Oh yeah, shout out to Huobi. Huobi Lite. So this new app will allow anyone to trade major cryptocurrencies without fees or commissions. Now remember, Robinhood also allow without fees and commissions. So yeah, make sure you are safe there. Huobi's been around for a while. They support Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, EOS, Bcash, Ripple, Litecoin, and their own stablecoin HUSD. So you can use Huobi today. Check it out on the iOS and Android app. And that is all for me today. Let's see, James Doe, how do I transport gold and guns internationally? I have asked that question to a lot of people. If you have a lot of gold and you need to carry it, it's going to be pretty tough rolling that gold down the street without getting robbed, or carrying it with you. So Bitcoin you can carry with you effectively. And honestly, being able to do hand-to-hand combat is probably going to work more with guns if you're traveling internationally. So, shout out to James Doe. Make sure you definitely stay encouraged, stay even keeled. Don't let these markets kill your spirit. For those of you who are quarantined, shout out to you. I'm about to quarantine myself next weekend, or this weekend coming up. Got a few things to do, but yeah, it seems as though the panic has set in, and I just don't want to be around when others panic, because it's mostly others that I'm worried about, not myself. I'm all good. So shout out to everybody. Make sure if you got the book, Bitcoin in Black America, will be coming very soon to you. We're just waiting on a new shipment. A lot of new orders. Shout out to Jack from Twitter. Been overwhelmed with orders. They're overwhelmed with the audiobook getting edited. So a lot of new things coming. Make sure to join the Telegram for Metronome if you haven't already. And continue watching The Gentleman of Crypto. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. And have a good one. Cheers.